Shoppers World, Pontiac, Michigan 250 North Telegraph. Badly cracked concrete and curbs, multiple tripping hazards, significant tuck pointing, cracked concrete slabs, entire canopy has sprinkler system. All lighting needs to be checked where brick pavers meet the concrete. Stanley automatic doors are to be abandoned and replaced by fixed panels. Significant tripping hazards right in the front door. Very uneven surface, carpeting and subfloor need to be addressed. Carpeting in the front needs to be removed. All projections and bump outs are to be removed, and walls are to receive one layer of drywall and Shoppers World approved paint colors. All floor outlets are to be abandoned and are to go away. We're going to have to figure out some way of patching in little bits of carpeting in order to hide those floor outlets. Fitting room number 4 is to be abandoned. We will be installing a door with a best core that'll be keyed to the interior. Lock sets and any items that we need, such as this ADA door and or stall, will be recycled into the only one existing ADA, fitting room. This room also is to receive a locking door and is to be abandoned as we see. I need to find out from the local municipality what we can do with this entry. Shoppers World will not be using it, but most likely it will not be able to stay in its current configuration. Ideally, we would sheetrock over this, either abandon it or get some type of minimally invasive framing or CMU with a skim coat of EFIS, and then just install 2 fire doors. Approximately right here is going to be the point of the demising wall, partition wall, that will separate showroom from abandoned or future expansion showroom, stockroom. So approximately right there is where the cutoff point is going to be. So you're going to have all of this in the back that will not be used. This area here, so this used to be a security room, all the feeds go in there. This will be abandoned. The acoustical ceiling inside has to be reworked because it's lower, and this carpeting is going to have to be replaced because obviously there's no carpeting below these walls. So this island, and the same thing with that island, when that gets demoed, that will receive new carpeting, these 2 islands. All of these recessed lights are going to stay. We are going to install LED light bulbs. The tray ceilings are going to stay. This gets demoed only down to its structure and gets new sheetrock. This is where the double doors to the stockroom are going to be. This is the fitting room that will stay. And we will recycle anything that we need in order to make it compliant. We do have one ADA stall. This area in the middle of the store, this carpeting is going to have to come up. These tiles are going to have to then be replaced if possible. Most likely we will not be able to clean this mastic off completely, and Ralph has okayed an area of new carpet to extend even with those islands. So something like this would then be installed down the center all the way extending up to here. So this would just get new carpeting, and that would match that carpeting, which will also be new. All these recess lights are to be made to work. Any of the tracks that are still here are supposed to be demoed. Any of these display lights, these fixtures, there's probably going to be 24 of them. They are going to be recycled along the front of the store. Columns are 40 feet apart, and that is consistent throughout the space, except for where they come up to the exterior walls. Ralph wanted us to come from this point straight across to right about there and install the new demising wall. It was brought to my attention that there is an egress door that is going to have to stay. So that egress door, we are going to build a new demising wall here, here, and then along this column to here. That fitting room number 3 is going to go away. We're going to install a door. So this is going to be more sales floor. In the middle of, or I shouldn't say in the middle, this entire walkway, along with this drywall ceiling, will then become access to the offices and to the public bathrooms. So there will be a demising wall on the east side of this column, leading all the way to that door. And then it'll turn here, and the wall will follow the tile, and the same thing will happen here. This tile is going to go here and here. Most likely that double door in between or by the fitting rooms that are going to stay will not have doors because they will not have access to this corridor area. So all of this that you see here, all of this is getting abandoned. From that column, all of this onto the other side of that demising or that partition wall, all of that is getting abandoned along with all of this area here, except for that small corridor that we have to build to get egress to that door. There are sub panels all over this building, and we have more sub panels here by this exit door, which in general is not a good idea, but it is existing, so we're just going to keep that. This long corridor between the showroom and the offices and the bathrooms will open up into this area here. All of these walls are to get new drywall. Slat wall is supposed to come down. This entire wall is supposed to be solid drywall. So that door is going to go away, and that door actually might stay now because the well, I don't know. Ralph is going to have to make that decision. The stockroom entrance is going to be on the other side of the demising wall. They'll have to walk around. So in fact, those double doors will stay. This is going to be the employee lounge. This is going to be the manager's office. It's in pretty good shape and condition compared to everything else. These are going to be the egress doors for the bathrooms and for the offices along with that long corridor. This is an old server room, another sub-panel, and a fire alarm sub-panel. And the phone system feeds in here. This is going to become locked storage. All of this is going to be drywalled. And these are going to stay. This is going to be an area where they're going to count the money. And they're going to keep the perfumes and other valuables in this room. So locked storage. This area is going to be abandoned. Most likely this door is going to be installed there and will be locked. Maybe these cabinets will be reused. That egress door is pretty much going to go away. We are just going to sweep up in here, and that's pretty much about it. No work will be performed in this space. Sprinklers, you can't see it right now because there's no light, are basically, there's a one sprinkler feed coming in through the slab in that corner of the building. There's a mold issue in this corner of the building. I think it's coming from a roof drain, which is approximately right above us, right here. And we might have to get a mold mitigation company to come in because it is semi-bad. Men's restroom basically stays the way it is. We are getting them new urinals and new toilet. Grab bars are okay. And new valves. The sinks and faucets are going to stay. Each bathroom is going to get a hand dryer in lieu of the paper towels. Women's bathroom also gets a hand dryer and gets new fixtures and valves. Then it gets a cleaning, and that's it. So if that door goes away, the only way to access the stock room is going to be through the double doors that are going to be installed there. And through this door. No work is to be performed here except making that door go away. This is the main stockroom. Two level. These doors are supposed to get locked with an interior key and abandoned. Slop sink and drinking fountain stay. These pallets of brick and plywood are going to either get used or are going to go away. Currently there is a dock with a non-functioning trench drain.